I'm Rob. I am currently sitting in Wales, not the English place, but here in Wisconsin, and I'm right along the Glacial Drumlin Trail, which is right over here. This is one of the nice rest stops that's along the way, and for some reason the DNR, or whoever's responsible for it, hasn't turned the water fountains on yet. Actually, no, I understand this one. So for the past like 2 or 3 weeks, the weather's just been bouncing back and forth. Right now it's about I think it's 80 right now, but yesterday it was 70, and then the day before that it was like 30. So of course they're not going to turn the water fountains on yet because, well, they don't want the pipes to freeze. I mean, that's a thing that happens here in Wisconsin. But the reason I'm stopping here, and actually this is the reason I'm kind of doing this video, I want to talk a little bit about Operation Lab Rat. I do have a Twitter account for the River Otter Cycling Club. I'll put a link to it down below. But basically, I've been talking about a hashtag Operation Lab Rat, and it's named after, well, let me go through the whole story real quick. Is that a motorcycle? That's a motorcycle. Straight pipes save lives. There's something so 70s about somebody riding a Harley Davidson while listening to Heart. It's worse than I even know what song that was. So let me start from the beginning. I was diagnosed as a type 2 diabetic about a little less than 2 months ago. And on my first follow-up visit, one of the nurses said to me, and this is her words, that I am my own lab rat. Essentially, I have to find out what works for me and what doesn't work for me because my body has changed because of the fact that I'm on medications, the fact that I'm taking insulin, the fact, all these things have changed how my body is going to react to things like, exercise. And honestly, there's no good way to find out what it is unless I go do it and lab rat myself. So I am my own lab rat. Squeak, squeak. So this is a recent acquisition. It's some saddlebags. We'll do an actual product review of this down the road. But inside of here, I've got gels and I've got some energy bars and stuff like that. And the reason that I'm trying all different kinds of energy gels and bars is because I have to find out which kinds are going to work best for me. Which brings me back to here and why I stopped particularly right here. Because started to get one of the things about lab ratting is that I have to kind of learn what the signs are that my blood sugar is starting to crash, and there's a couple different signs that I have. So I pulled over at the rest stop here, and my blood sugar was at 89. It should be about somewhere between 90 and 130. So I took one kind of energy bar earlier today, something called Warrior something that really didn't kick my blood sugar up. So I'm trying something brand spanking new for me, and that's actually the whole point of what I'm doing here. Is that not just trying the usual stuff. I'm trying all sorts of different things, and it's hit and miss. It's a learning experience. And also, while I was here, because my blood sugar was so low, I also downed an energy gel, a Power Bar energy gel. On the bright side, they're cheap. On the downside, you get what you pay for. This is what you got to do. This is part of lab ratting. Is that an adjective? It is now. That's what this has been like for the past bunch of weeks. Is that I go for an hour. I have to stop for a blood test every hour, and then I kind of gauge, okay, what kind of thing can I possibly do to kick my blood sugar back up to where it needs to be? So how does this relate to you guys? Well, when you're doing your own exercise, when you're getting out there and doing it, you kind of have to lab rat yourself too. It's really easy to buy into hype, and it's really easy to buy into brand loyalty, but you really don't want to be brand loyal until you try a bunch of different kinds of brands. So that's what I'm doing, and that's why I'm going in the grocery store. They have an entire aisle of nothing but like organic stuff. I usually stay away from foods that are buzzword foods. I say organic, vegan, GMO free, stuff like that, but occasionally you find something pretty good in there. Seriously, this thing is like a loaf of bread. It's beautiful. So I guess that's sort of the main message of this one is try a bunch of different things. Don't just go out there and go, oh, okay, this is the one thing that this person uses, I'm going to use that. Because it's not always going to be the best thing for you. So try everything. Try the blocks. Try the gels. Try the energy bars. Try some stuff that you probably wouldn't even think of. Because you're going to find one thing that's going to be like, yes, that's the thing. That's what I'm going to keep on using. And when you find it, keep her. And I suppose there's also a parable in that about, just doing the same thing over and over every day, the same trail, the same path, but too much head, not enough gut. Okay, I think I've rambled on long enough, so this should tide me over till I get home and I can actually have real food in me. But yeah, so if you like the show, like, comment, and subscribe down below. And if you really like the show, you can help me out a little bit. You can spread the word about the show. I do still have that GoFundMe going on, but it's not as vital. And one other thing too, if you guys want me to do it, I can kind of do a lab rat episode where I can kind of give really quick impressions about all the stuff that I've been trying. If you guys want to see that, comment down below. If you know if it's something that you want, I'll do it. If not, that's cool too. See you next time.